How do you listen to that in a supposedly functioning constitutional republic and not have to get a diaper? I'm serious. We had an author on, a guy by the name of Michael Rechtenwald. It was one of Guy's suggestions. It was a good one. He wrote this book called The Google Archipelago, a take on the Gulag Archipelago by Solzhenitsyn, talking about digital IDs, vaccine passports, and this new surveillance state future and the dangers of it. Here's what he said this weekend about that. And combine this, what he says, with a now corrupt FBI willing to knock on your door because you're a Trump supporter or a pro-lifer, and tell me again how we live in a functioning constitutional republic while I laugh at you. Check this out.
They pose the gravest threat to individual liberty of any technological mechanism that we've seen to date. But you've outlined it pretty well here. We're talking about the ability to track and trace and surveil upon subjects from the cradle to the grave, effectively. From the beginning of your life, or your children's lives, or your grandchildren's lives, they'll have biometric identity markers placed on you and connected with this digital ID. And then all records about all activity will be associated with it. This is not simply some identification. This is a database that is kept in a centralized place by the state, and then is a collection of all activities from the beginning of your life onward. And this includes, of course, vaccine status, which is one of the main motivations for rolling this out. They want to have a way to track your vaccine status and to surveil upon that to make sure that you're complicit.
How do you listen to that in a supposedly functioning constitutional republic and not have to get a diaper? I'm serious. He's talking about this growing global push for digital IDs. Listen, rewind that. Play it again. You have control on Rumble, and just hit the 15, 20-second back button or all that stuff on Apple or Spotify. Just listen to that again. It is a cradle-to-grave surveillance mechanism combined with digital currency to make sure there is no more personal self. Everything you do, the government will know. You should read his book, Google Archipelago, about how dangerous this stuff is getting. Now, I was sent this by a listener and reminded me of something. This is a 2019 article from Business Insider. But again, you think we're any different than China? Dan, Chinese Communist Party. Come on, they watch their people all the time. It's totally different than what we do. Really, is it? Business Insider. China reportedly made an app to show people if they're standing near someone in debt. A new part of its intrusive social credit policy. Can you imagine that? Intrusive. Yeah, he's like, intrusive? That's kind of underselling it a bit, no? So you're you're at a traffic light, you're getting ready to get a bagel across the street, and you get a little notification on your iPhone. Person next to you is $100,000 in debt. Oh my gosh, that'll never, I know. Don't worry, Joe, that'll never happen here. It's not like they raided a former president's home, spied on him. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my Clips channel at rumble.com/Bongino Clips.